Well, my name is Andy Heft, and I know you can talk to people through YouTube, and I got a couple things on there from fixing things out of garbage, blah, blah, blah. I have a hard time sleeping. I got a great gift for making awesome stuff out of garbage. But the simple fact that I'm here and I want to say is a little bit about myself, and I am going to share a little bit about Jesus and what I think of that fact. Here's a prosthetic leg. I used to have that much on my first amputation, but because they cut it wrong, they had to take another 4 inches off and redo it. Because I logged and I worked too much and too hard, I guess. I'm only 35 years old, but like my father, I've noticed I can move a little bit more than the size of my body should be able to, and it rips things apart. Anyway, I'm a bipolar schizoaffective and I have a hard time sleeping. Okay? I have, and I fully believe 100% in God. I'm going to start from a little bit from what I know. I have never written the Bible, but I'm going to, and I want to, on YouTube, page by page, step for step, because I want to see what pages are about God and what pages are stories to get people to believe in God. I believe Adam and Eve did that. Called eating the apple. They became pregnant with a baby. And this isn't the first page, I think, that I read. I read like one or two when I was young, and my dad's fully into it. But anyway, made a baby, right? God forsaken Adam and Eve and all humanity to be punished, ravaged on earth over and over again until crap got right. Okay? I know Noah was sent here, tested to make sure that he wasn't evil. God told him to kill somebody on a floating boat. He did everything through all these miracles, and the last thing was to kill this guy. He said, no, blah, 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 blah. Okay, everybody gets to live, and they start over. But between the plagues in Egypt and all that crap, the dinosaurs, all of it, I think I have an explanation for all of it. Hold on 1 minute, son. And I want you to know that forsaken means he's not helping. The only thing he's going to help do is kill us because we're junk. The first two people fucked up. Now all of us are punished because it's pretty much incest and we were raised by a demonic snake, I guess. Sorry, I had my teeth taken out 2 weeks ago. 23 of them broken, smashed up, rotten things in my head because I just can't afford to go to the dentist. Well, actually, my insurance kind of pays for the dentist. I'm just a real big chicken shit. If I'm scared of anything, it's the dentist. Okay, having bones that are supposed to be inside my body messed with and ripped out of my body sucks. Having them slowly deteriorate and cause a bunch of pain, I'm game for it because I can do that. Pain and gain is my thing. But how do people today even supposed to concept or fathom that there is a God? All the things, all the stories. I want you guys to know that Jesus Christ was put on this earth to die. He is your only link. No matter how many times God wiped us out or plagued us or did whatever, we're still here and he still can't have his earth. So pretty much, whatever can understand and is right and can move on to study with the God that they say he is, to study, like, to start training to be like a God, like straight up. there's a huge universe out there, star for star for star, and there ain't no man, no material thing that we know of that can get anywhere unless we just push a button and let it freaking go as far as it can, and hopefully it'll send us data. No, no. If God was to teach us what to do with those children and what to say and what to do with them as we produced them, this whole world would still be one piece of land with a bunch of water around it. Because that one piece of land can hold what is needed to be used to use that water that's around us to get way the fuck out there. Here's a book that's been written, and there has been stories from when it first generated. Okay, everything before BC was over. Imagine having a child and their parents killed, who knows, anywhere from after meeting the mom to definitely before five or younger. You can't tell me that Satan didn't murder Adam and Eve, raise that one child, Duka, or worse yet, say they killed them and then used them to breed. Like back then, stuff happened. And even if nothing was there, or however, the snake that slithered that was sent down here would know all about them things. I know you can get milk from animals. I know you can do certain things, but how would you get to produce another human? Wait, what? Hold on. One moment. My kid is talking. What, son? Awesome. I thought he was sleeping. It's 3:30 in the morning, but he is now playing with these little alphabet things that make noise. I don't know if you can see them. Say hi, guys. If you can see him, because it might be too dark for this thing, is my second. He is 3 years old. He has a special knowledge of life, and what you teach him is what he learns, and he will use that and learn further into it. Like if a 21-year-old finally knew what ignorant meant, he would probably know at 5. It's just like God sticks stuff into his brain like he does mine. Never read a Bible. Now I've been to Baptist, been to Lutheran. I'm having a brain fart right now. Guys that walk door to door, Mormons, they believe in the 3 planet things. They're kind of on the right sketch, but too horrifying, really. Like, yeah, God might have forsaken us, but He forsaken this material thing. Okay, He's gonna let us now go back into the fishbowl, Adam and Eve, okay, and start over, because He will then have all of our souls, the ones that Jesus Christ wants to take. Okay, those ones He gets to start over with, because He is coming back to this planet, He said, to live for all eternity with us that shall be with Him. Okay, and then in a lot of sense, in those other 7 different cultures that all believe in God, but they're all freaking different on how to get to Him, it's just astonishment. Lutheran, I really feel, is the most heart-loving ones that actually care about the soul. My preacher, my whole life, that I didn't even know was my preacher, came to my wedding, did it at the courthouse. bathed both of my children after my father told him that I had kids. He made it a personal gesture to come down and marry us. My dad ran into him at Purchase IGA in Alpena where my grandmother worked, and I was to be married the next day. He showed up at the court in there. How awesome. I have pictures of me when I was younger. That's what makes me feel like Lutherans a little on the more loving side. Hey, you don't walk up to something and say you're a nasty piece of crap trash and expect it to live or be around forever. Now, for some reason, you tell people that what they did was the best and they're the one that they've ever seen do the best job, and for that confidence makes them do unreal things. Unreal. But I definitely think that there is a problem with people understanding the real Christians about faith and loving. Do you understand that there just is no judging, and none of them do not judge? Because you do know whose job it is to judge? That's damn straight, and that's at the end of it all, and it ain't here yet. What, son? Oh, okay. Well, bring me the remote. I'll turn on the light. Anyway, God we trust is on our dollar bill. I know there was an army, a fight, a war, a battle. I think we had 90 something or 108 men on our side compared to their 5 or 10,000. And because of it, 30 men went over this one, 30 so on men, another 30 so on men, and they just built huge bonfires, the biggest, to make them 5,000-10,000 people know that no matter what, they were dying tomorrow. No matter what. As they got scared shitless and was leaving, all the other people did was walk around them as they left. 108 people won over thousands because somebody in somebody's head told them to do something. And that's what America has been built on, was trust. And knowing and feeling. If my son had my phone in his hands right now, I would show you how awful that is. Like my light. Yeah. I live on a fixed budget. My wife works at Burger King. I've been with her for 13 years. I have 2 children. My firstborn son is 12 years old, and I lost my leg 13 years ago, so do the math. However it is, on the paperwork, the monthly budget. My son was 4 months old when I fell. 3.5 stories, 48 feet. I was repoing mobile homes, and all I could think of was tuck your knees. When you hit the ground, bend your knees. Because I used to jump off of them, used to climb up on top, rip the awnings off, jack them up, put the axles in the tires, and put the tongue on the front so the bobtail come in, rip it out of there. Okay, jumping off it, no big deal. Falling 48 feet, telling myself to scoot next to the building because it was bush, sidewalk, like a little bit of grass before street. I'm talking Flint. I'm talking Saginaw and Atherton Road. Applegate Chevrolet building off the top of the top sign because of somebody's freaking negligence. I subcontracted. I got knocked off of that son of a bitch. I started a court case. I did everything. Do you know that he unhooked my latch attached to walk through. On the weekends, I would go by myself with ounce of blow and walk around with 340s each night to a yard where I just wanted to fight. My mom, when I was 3 years old, stole me, went to Chicago while my father was at work with a different man. And then when my brother was in my mama's belly for 6 to 7 nights, morning to night, left me on a swing set hoping somebody would steal me. You know how my dad came and got me? There was a picture with me on his shoulders, and I burnt it, and I sat it in the middle of the carpet, and I walked out with my little book bag and my stuffed animals. When I got down to the bottom of the huge apartment complex we lived in, I could not open that door. The door was so heavy, so I walked back up them flights of steps. Who knows, man? I was 4 years old. 4. Smoke everywhere. There had to be at least 3 to 4 foot, maybe smaller. I was a little kid, but I know damn well my mama kept saying, "Why did you do this? And why weren't you in the house?" And I said, "Because I'm leaving and I don't want to be in the house." I was grounded to my room for 5 months when I was 3. 5 months, day in, day out, no school. I had a damn regulated eating menu from this man she left my father for. My father drove all the way to Chicago that night because she called him. He came, picked me up, and he went back to work the next damn morning. But I never felt so loved in my life. My mother is still out there, and I have given her chance after chance after chance. We were supposed to have a taco dinner. She was supposed to have Christmas with our damn son. And there was supposed to be no drugs. The chicken, the turkey, the platter had the snort thing right on it. I walked out and never, ever came back. My only grandparent that's still alive is her mother. My grandmother had 3 children. 2 of them committed suicide. And I'm telling you, the wrong ones did it. I will still help in any way, shape, or form to any human, including my mother, for anything, because no matter what, mom or not, that human being is nasty. People get hurt. Made it my personal mission not to make sex my number one goal. Ask my wife. I do not care. I have put it off for months until she realizes that we will be intimate, because we are intimate with each other at the moment. Not because I need to do it to prove that I love her, but she comes from there, and I should too. But God stayed in here my whole life. I know I'm special for something, for some reason. I don't know what it is. I'm ordinary, but man, when I get pumped up, like I'm a big guy. Like I got a little chub. But right when it comes down to it, that whole bunch of crap gets flipped. And it ain't for no reason to collect money. It ain't for no reason to go start fires. It's for that one moment that I get to save the people I love for some reason, because that's where I'm supposed to be. It's the only reason. My kids aren't mine. They're God's. My wife ain't mine. It's God's. But they don't even know it. Yes, son. No, there's some mac and cheese. You want some mac and cheese warmed up? Okay, give Dad a minute. Okay, boo. Let me finish up and I'll come. Here, can you carry the pan to the stove? Or by the stove at least? Can you put it on the table for Daddy? Hey, look, I'm gonna let go. I don't think you got it, Al. That's pretty heavy. Yeah. My 3-year-old son, he's a maybe 15-year-old, and he's smart. He says words that are making me feel like I'm speaking better to people. I graduated with a 3.6 on honor roll. My sister graduated, I think, a 3.7 or a 3.4. And I don't know fucking how, because she sat at that kitchen table every damn day. After school, till bed, stuff all over the place. You know what I do? I'd come in the house. I'd have my Beth, I'd have my doobie, and I'd have my English folder. And I would write better essays than she would. But I had to drink. You know what I don't do drinking now? Is lived. Alcohol might have made America, but alcohol will destroy others around you. I can drink wine, you know, some champagne maybe. Beer, fucking drink it all damn day. You don't do nothing but get full and fart. Now, you know, you got some rum. I know Hennessy, not to be racist or labeled, is kind of a little expensive drink, and it's known for blunt smoking and chilling. Well, hey man, a glass of Hennessy and a blunt usually does the trick. And I'm sorry, okay, but medical marijuana grows out of the ground. Psilocybin muscariuses grow from the ground in nature, mostly cow shit. Amanita muscariuses. Fast car. Amanita muscariuses grow out of the ground. But those are 100% legal. You can eat them or smoke them. They grow one time a year for about 2 weeks, just like morels do, but at a different time and in different tree groups. I gotta blow my nose because I was crying and upset. And I remember just this last summer, I was listening to the Preacher Channel on Sunday with my father and the whole barn up in the big old thing. Hep State Park, my 5th generation grandfather donated that. Okay, and he mentioned that there was only three true ways to repent. Stop doing what you're doing after you know it's wrong and never ever do it again. Never. You do a sin, you realize it's wrong, can't do it again. Well, I don't know, man. Okay. Second way. Wow. Live organically and love everybody. I mean, give them 5 feet of dirt that your house is laying on. Go to heaven. Or you feel so bad inside for how people feel for having to live here that you understand how sad it can be to be alone. I am sorry for Satan. I'd be a pissed off piece of shit too. If I was next to God and I was an angel and I felt like I could do a good job, I don't think I would have tried taking the man that earned it, but I would have definitely said something to give me my own peace. Maybe that's what he got. And he's failing. Because at the end of it, the maker owns it. If shit was exploding all the time from Big Bang theories, there wouldn't be nothing left of anything. There would be chunks of nothing. Like, how many times could something blow up and leave perfectly round, formatted things? Okay? Like, how come only certain stars have orbits that they run around? But I can almost guarantee you that there's some other God's thing with some other race on something trying to pass their test just like this one. I want you to understand there's none of Mary's writings or thoughts about her son Jesus on this earth. Look for them documents. Those will say something. The Old Testament says you do this or you burn. God used to flood and burn and kill people. Okay, I have no problem with the Old Testament. Look, living in Texas is like an Old Testament. You do something wrong and stupid, you die. You do it bad, you go to the front of the row. Now, how come a state like that stays like that between USA and Mexico and still be around? Because their freaking belt buckles are as big as their balls, pal. And I'm sorry for YouTube. I know I cussed. I know I said a couple legit things, but they're my opinion. I'm sorry if you want to shut me down for it. It's fine. But I've always said people, I have no little penis. I got a very little penis because my fucking balls are huge. You want to know why black guys' balls are so small? Because their penises are so big? Oh, wait, no. You want to know why their penises are so big? Because they have no balls. Okay? You pick up a fucking gun, you shoot a bunch of people, you take what you fucking want. Ain't fucking right. Anybody can do that. Anybody can sit here for years and rhyme other words with other words, especially with a thesaurus. It can be done. But I'm going to tell you the first gangsters in the United States were us. We're the white people. Not only were we the first, but we ravaged people so bad to take it from them. We'd shoot, mop, or eat, but the thing was, it was business. There was a purpose for it. Nope. White man did them wrong. I'm sorry. And it's not anything because people say stuff about me, but this particular race craps all over stuff because at the beginning nobody knew any different. I'm telling you what, if we ran into Australia, there would be a whole bunch of Métis and Métis, and they would be resenting us. I don't know, who knows what they would be doing, like swinging from trees or something. But the only colored people I've ever met in my life that were worth a thing hugged me. Somebody that hugs your hand and does this all floppy. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's brotherhood. I was beating the FLC folk loving things, and I took 4 people, 20 punches each against the fucking pole. If I dropped, I wasn't in. I walked away with broken ribs and whole fucking 9 yards because my mom had to pick me out of bed the next day for school. Nah. I was the only white guy in there. The only one. I cannot find a white gang other than mine. A gang that has a right to live that the police put there for them to make extra money. To teach a child to grow and raise their children with love and honor and still make a difference in this life and go through all this bull crap and still keep their heart intact and believe in that there is more getting them stars than a rocket ship. You gotta put more in. If you do it all by yourself, you're always going to be greedy. People, if you can't do something with somebody, you know you're doing it wrong. Lack of speech, lack of acknowledgement from hand to eye coordination from both of you, the lack of knowing what one another is doing to provide the right formula for product or whatever you build, material things. My brain ain't firing. I've been up since I got my first son up for school yesterday, and 3 people got fired at my wife's work, and she's working mad hours, so my tongue and but hey, colored people need to go back to their heritage. I don't know what's going on, but cotton picking wasn't their heritage. That was some fucked up mistake that some person from this continent to that continent ran into another continent, or they went exploring and found that one first, and I don't know, captured them all and then went exploring further. Either way, could have been Mexicans, could have been Chinamen if they went the other way, could have been Australians. But how you handle the matter is the race's fault. Do not care. English people spend a whole lot of time being proper, because if you spend more time doing this to yourself for other people to watch, that means you're more dignified. You can sit there and drink tea, you're proper, you got a bank account, you got lots of money, you got your stuff. That's why they could build big ships and explore. Why Indians stay over here and live in teepees? You can't tell me that the English people were here longer than the Indian people. So why did God send people over to America after Jesus died? I don't know, but all we could do is ravage and kill and tell them that we believe in God and love and cotton. Got 10 commandments to follow, and if you don't, not going to heaven. But you live in this little paper wrapped twig, and I'm taking everything you got, pal. Why didn't any of the natives end up in chains? I mean, they did. I can guarantee you there wasn't a supply of them cotton picking. For me to understand how people treat me, I have lived in Hamtramck, Detroit, Roseville, and Warren. I lived in Flint. I moved to Florida. I lived in Brooksville. I lived at places. Who knows? You're next. It doesn't matter. Do you look funky to them? Do you have enough money to them? Do you not have? What is the problem? I have went to Mexico. I have never been treated as bad as I've been treated in some of the houses that I've had in certain neighborhoods. How in the heck can any white person believe in God fully when they're staring at a phone, having somebody bitch at them that they can't have opinions because they're freaking being racist and putting BET on TV, doing all that stuff, black, 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 you owe us, you owe us, you owe us. Well, when does it we become the slave to you, and when does the damn line stop? Because we're all supposed to be trucking for the same damn thing. And as far as I can see, everybody's trying to be with the United States, or they're stocking it up to blow us out of the freaking water. And I'm telling you what, God ain't gonna show up and put this guy on this mountain, this one on this mountain, to keep China from coming over here. For every 3 Chinamen to 1 human. That's just China, people. You need God for odds like that, especially little ones that can run up tall buildings and move like Jackie Chan, eat rice and who shit out paste. Like, who fucking knows? But well, give me your remote. Get that remote. You know where it is, son. You need to go lay down with mama, or go get daddy's remote. They ain't blow his nose, man. There's so much hate and so much haha, I got this and you did this, and some person slipping up and say something that don't even mean it, get filed a racist, get kicked the shit out of jail, maybe even die. You got a pee-pee so bad that you can't stand it and walk another minute from something your friends do, and you step around a tree and take a pee-pee and somebody sees it, you're screwed, pal. Knock, knock every door for miles, telling people that you're a consensual person. That's because of laws. Now, you don't see a man taking his woman down to the courthouse the first Wednesday of every month to lay that open hand slap down them Michigander women that says Foley rights law have a man to do. We also have the fully right to take a woman, and if she cuts her hair, to put her in jail. To either length of hair or the man feels like it. Now, if women can have rights to vote, black or white, Mexican or Australia, if Adolf can't, nah, I can't put 2 people together. That would just, I almost said, I don't even know if I want to say it. Anyway, Adolf. Yeah, I keep having a brain fart because I keep thinking of him. He's the colored guy with the big white hair that got black. Martin Luther King. There, the first word was going to be Adolf Luther King. But just imagine that. Like, are you crapping me? I want to know if Jews are over there in Jerusalem or in that area hating every German person and doing the same thing the blacks are doing to everybody here. Because now today of 2018, we are a united race. We are so prominent into our studies that we want to take and God we trust off the dollar bill. Go ahead. I'm going to be putting that gold bill in somebody else's pocket because we need God. You know why white people have God? Because Buddha is here and people believe in Buddha, but I'm telling you, he's just a better student than us and he's still a student of God. But he is up there next to God. Okay? Guarantee it.
Wow.
How about oh, don't the Mexicans believe in Mary? I know, I see, son. Okay? I don't. Now that I really think about it, it's pretty messed up. Enough for a minute. Okay. I know I'm putting a plate there. Here, you guys can all watch it now. My son tells me what to do. Want to get me a spatula? Okay. As long as everybody has an attitude, there's going to be people trying to protect themselves. And as long as there's always people with meanness and people protecting themselves with meanness, nobody will ever be together again. Cell phones Twin Towers. Done.
Mom, you want to get
Hold on. I'm gonna take a break.